Hello YouTube, it is I, Tigbitty here, back again, here to show you another couple decks that I think are rather interesting and need to be shown. So without further ado, it's Deus the Metropolis Chef. Whoa, what a name, I just realized, what a name. Deus the Metropolis Chef, interesting, with Untamed Mars and Dis. Alright, so first card is Fear, not the best card to start with. Return an enemy creature to its owner's hand. Man, there's better ones like Lights Out. Do you return two enemy creatures to its owner's hand? It doesn't even give us an amber, so don't like that card very much. Gongo's is great. Gives you an amber, deals 3 damage to a creature. Even if it's not destroyed, the owner has to discard a random card from their hand. So generally speaking, I just get my opponents to shuffle their hand up and I'll pick one randomly and they discard it. So I like Gonguzo a lot. And we have 2 copies of Gonguzo. That's great. That is absolutely fantastic to see. That's good direct damage. Now, this one's not direct damage, but it might as well be because it just destroys a creature not on a flank. So generally speaking, this destroys like taunts, generally want to be in between creatures, things like that. So this is really good for destroying some big creatures. Next up, we have Hecatomb, a nice rare card you won't see too often. Awesome artwork on this guy. Gives you an amber, and also when you play it, destroy each disc creature, so might be a little bit odd. Each player gains an amber for each creature they controlled that was destroyed this way. So this is one of those weird cards that's a very house-specific board clear. In this case, it destroys your own house, which is really strange. So you could gain a bunch of amber this way, or you can just use it to board wipe your opponent and give them some amber, I guess, if you have to. I like the fact that you get to choose, and it has kind of a polarizing effect there. Now we have Lash of Broken Dreams. This is a great artifact. It won't be useful maybe every turn, but when you need this and you have it on the field ready to go, you're going to be thankful that you have this key stopper ability. Really, really great artifact. Glad to see that one. Oh, we're on to minions. We have Dust Imp. 2 power, destroyed, gains 2 amber. Really good amber generation. Love that card. Then we have Eater of the Dead, another rare. This is a new to me as well. I don't think I've opened this ever. Fight Reap, purge a creature from a discard pile, yours or your opponent's. If you do, put a +1 power counter on Eater of the Dead. So this guy's awesome. This guy can purge people from discard piles. This guy's awesome. Needless to say, this guy's just going to keep growing and growing and growing. And man, I'm excited for that guy. Oh, Gabos Longarms, another rare demon. And this guy says before the fight, you get to choose a creature. Gabos Longarms deals damage to that creature rather than the one it's fighting. This guy's ability is so cool. If you fight a weak little guy, you can go deal your damage to some big guy and not take damage from the big guy. I love that. This guy is awesome. Really great fighter. Not really good for anything but really fighting. I mean, he's okay to reap one, I guess, but you want to fight with that guy. Schuler, this guy can do it all. You can fight or reap with this guy equally, but when you play him, you got to make sure your opponent has enough amber so they're not looking at the 5th or more one because this guy will steal that one. This guy will steal your amber. I like that, and he's really powerful too. 5 power. Now we have Succubus. This card is awesome as well. During their draw card step, your opponent refills their hand to 1 less card. So, of course, you draw cards at the end of your turn, so your opponent will have a whole turn to play cards to potentially remove this before this effect will actually happen. But you know what? This is one of those cards that's better than a taunt because it just does a nasty ability that your opponent needs to get rid of. Really nice. And we're on to board clears here in Mars. But before we do that, let's just look quickly. We got Succubus, Schuler, Gabos Longarms, Eater of the Dead, and Dust Imp. Solid creature board there. Not too many, not too little. We have 1 artifact, a nice Hecatomb. That's going to give us some solid, uh, some solid kill there. Although we don't have an Arise to bring them all back, which is a little bit unfortunate. But hey, I really like this. This isn't too bad. Next up, we're going to go on to Mars with Ammonia Clouds. This is really good. Deal 3 damage to each creature. Nice to have board clear. Especially there's some annoying little guys that'll kill. Orbital Bombardment, really like this action as well. Reveal any number of Mars cards from your hand. For each card revealed this way, deal 2 damage to a creature. This card is just so much better than Mothership. There's another card, Mothership, that's essentially the same kind of card, except it's has to be ready Mars creatures or something. This one doesn't have to be ready anything. They just have to be Mars cards. That's so good. Really, really good card. Hey, my screen just went off. Okay. Sample collection. This is really cool, actually. It does nothing early game, right? It says put an enemy creature into your archives for each key your opponent has forged. So if they haven't forged anything, this literally does nothing. Which is weird, but if you can somehow archive this or whatever and save it for later, it'd be nice. Squawker, really like to see Squawker. Gives you an amber and it allows you to ready a Mars creature. Love that. Love that. Got Grabber Jammer. I love Grabber Jammer. 4 power, 1 armor. Your opponent's keys cost 1 more, and whenever you fight a reap, you get to capture one. This is just a double amber stopper in and of itself. I love it. Then we got Mind Warper. This guy's small but mighty. As an action, you get to choose an enemy creature, and it captures one from its own side. So that's awesome. You can also just use him to reap if you want, but if they have amber, you might as well do that because it's stopping your opponent, and you can eventually get that amber for yourself. So it's like a steal. Really like that guy. And there's 2 of those guys. Double steal out of the faction Mars. Love it. Uluk Megamouth. This guy's awesome because he can make another creature off house be used. Love this. Non-Mars creature. Fight or reap. Marauder, not bad if we have a big creature board. This guy is going to combo well with our Squawker, so we can make someone else ready if we have to. And this guy just grows in power and captures a bunch of amber, even more capture. And a bolter. I love this bolter as well. Whenever he fights or reaps, you get to deal 2 damage to a creature, and if it destroys it, purge it. This guy's nuts. Absolutely crazy Mars creature. That guy's really good. So is this guy. Really big 9/1 taunt that stuns itself. Awesome Mars board so far. And a Zizix the Many. Zizix the Many is the best in my opinion. Just keeps growing and growing. Man, I love this Mars board. All right, well, we're on to Untamed, but before we do that, let's give a quick recap. Zizix, Dominator, a Bolter, a Marauder, a Megamouth, 2 Mind Warpers, and a Grabber Jammer. That is a huge board. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures, and Ammonia Clouds, good board clear. More damage, some archive of creatures, and ready a Mars creature. Man, I love this. This is turning out to be a decent deck so far, I would have to say. The Dis was a little bit disappointing. Oh man, that was bad. But it honestly was. It was a little bit disappointing, the Dis. It was kind of cool because I got some cool cards in there I've never seen before. But the Mars is really strong in this, I think. Really strong board, tons of creatures. That's what you want. Next up, we got cooperative hunting. Like I said, we have a ton of creatures in Mars, so this is going to work really well if we have a bunch of Mars creatures. It's just going to work no matter who we have out, and love to see a cooperative hunting. Really good board clear and very flexible. Key charge. Love to see a key charge. There's got to be a good way in Untamed to generate amber, right? I mean, they're really good at doing that. And this is really good for just forging a key on your turn and surprising your opponent with the finish, even if you're even pace for keys kind of thing. Nocturnal Maneuver. This is an interesting card. It's not quite a stun, but it does give you the amber, which means it can't be too strong, and instead it just exhausts up to 3 creatures. Now this is a little bit flexible because of course you can only exhaust 1 if you want. You can exhaust any 3. They don't have to be beside each other or anything like that. So it's pretty flexible and good. It honestly is. And I believe, yeah, I believe we have 2 of these in this deck. That is interesting. I really like that. Nocturnal Maneuver. It's not my favorite card to have doubles of, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Vigor. This is a good card if we have a big creature to heal up, which we do, and he's coming. He's coming. Unless this is the wrong deck, then he's not coming. Witch of the Wilds. I don't think he's coming, actually. I think that was in the other deck. Witch of the Wilds is a very cool rare. During each turn in which Untamed is not your active house, you may play 1 Untamed card. That's so useful. You may play it. You can't use it, but you can play it. So this is really interesting. If this is out, you could even play. Oh man, you could even play a key charge. If we have some good amber generation in another faction, you could use this essentially to use key charge off house. That's awesome. Wow, really cool rare there. Really really cool. We have Mermook, some more key stopping, just to go along with our Grabber Jammer. Pretty solid creature, 3 powers, not bad. 2 of those, so even more key stopping. Not bad, if I do say so myself. There's the Mushroom Man. This is the one I was talking about. This guy's huge. So wherever the Vigor is, the healing ability, this will work wonders on this guy. This guy gets plus 3 power for each unforged key you have. Man, this guy can be an 11 power. It can be an 8 power or a 5 power. But Man, this guy's massive. Love that guy. No downside as well. Doesn't get stunned or anything. Really no downside. Niflhape, not too bad. This guy's a good attacker, you know. He's this is what he's meant to do. He's meant to go target those people hiding behind taunts. You know, this guy just goes right around those taunts and elusives. Not too bad. Not too bad. Honestly, not too bad. Witch of the Eye, excellent card. Reap, return a card from your discard pile to your hand. What we're really going to want to take is, I guess, the Key Charge or a few other really good cards. This is amazing. I love Witch of the Eye, and whenever I see it played by my opponent, I try to kill it. Right? It's one of those really powerful cards you got to be careful of. Way of the Wolf. This is great. This skirmish ability is going to be useful for our Mushroom Man. It's going to be useful for so many big creatures in this. So glad to see a Way of the Wolf. And we have our deck list. We have the deck list. Dude, I knew something was up about this. There's an Arise in this. There's an Arise in this deck. I knew something was up. The deck list is the last card. I screwed up the setup. That's hilarious. Anyways, so okay, let's go over Untamed really quick, and then we'll go over the whole deck because I missed one card essentially. Way of the Wolf, Skirmish, really good for our Mushroom Man because he's going to be massive. Witch of the Eye is amazing. Niflhape's pretty good attacker. Double Murmuk is interesting, not the most powerful, but good key stopping ability. Witch of the Wild is awesome for our key charge and a few other good things, like maybe even a Nocturnal Maneuver, something like that. Cooperative Hunting. Really good. We have a huge board of Mars, which I love. I don't really love a lot of the Mars upgrades per se. I really like just having a bunch of creatures. Like a Zizix the Many is top tier. So is a Dominator. Bolter's amazing. Marauder's only okay. Megamouth is amazing. Double Mind Warpers is fantastic. And Grabber Jammer is amazing as well. Squawker I love. This one's also honestly really cool. I like this one. And Orbital Bombardment's actually really strong, and so is Ammonia Clouds. Really good Mars faction. Then we have Succubus, Schuler, Gabos Longarms, Eater of the Dead, Dust Imp. We got that Lash of Broken Dreams, Hecatomb to destroy everybody, and an Arise to bring it all back. Had no idea that was in there. Hand of Dis as well. Double Gongoozle, tons of damage, but no full board clear per se. Damn, what a deck. What a deck. Very happy about this unique deck. I keep finding decks that I just love for every individuality reason, and this is one of them. It's got that Hecatomb, which is so cool. Double Gongoozle, love that. Eater of the Dead is a one of a kind that I don't have yet. Gabos Longarms is also another fan favorite of mine. And Mushroom Man, I have been hunting for a Mushroom Man. Finally got him. And I love Mars just so much. Even though we didn't get a rare in Mars, I think we have a really powerful board, and I love that. So overall, I think this deck is not the strongest, but really cool and really fun. Hope you guys have some fun with this as well, and we'll catch you guys next time for the next deck video. It's gonna be that guy. Woohoo! See you guys later.